For weeks, the Chicago Bears have been searching for that one piece of magic, that one player who can take an ordinary drive and turn it into something unforgettable. As the lights of Monday Night Football prepare to shine on the Bears once again, one name is quietly starting to stir excitement among fans and analysts alike: Colston Loveland. After missing Week 4 due to a nagging hip injury, Loveland is finally back, healthy, confident, and hungry to make an impact. The young tight end spoke earlier this week, saying, "I feel good. I was over it quickly. I knew it wasn't season-ending. I was itching to get back." That's the kind of mindset you want from a top 10 draft pick, not someone waiting for the game to come to him, but someone ready to take it over. His return couldn't come at a better time. The Bears' offense, still finding its identity under rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, needs another playmaker who can stretch the field and dominate the middle. Loveland was drafted to be exactly that, a hybrid of strength, speed, and intelligence that makes him a nightmare matchup for defenders. But so far, his production hasn't matched his potential. Through the early part of the season, he's had limited opportunities, not because of lack of talent, but a mix of growing pains and tough circumstances. Between Cole Kmet's established role and the Bears experimenting with new formations, Loveland's name hasn't been called as often as expected. And when it has, miscommunication and timing have been the real villains. Remember that opening drive against Dallas? Twice, the Bears looked his way. Once Caleb just missed him, and another time, they simply weren't on the same page. It wasn't failure. It was a story still being written. And now, the next chapter begins under the bright lights of Monday Night Football. Make no mistake, this feels like the week where everything could click. The coaches know it. The quarterback knows it. Even Loveland himself seems to sense what's coming. There's a certain fire in his interviews, a tone that says he's done waiting, he's ready to explode. And if you're a Bears fan, this is exactly what you've been waiting for. The kind of energy that can turn a mid-season matchup into a defining moment for the future of the franchise. Now let's talk about why this game, specifically, could be Loveland's true breakout. The Washington Commanders have been middle of the pack when it comes to defending tight ends. Through 5 games, they've allowed 327 yards and 2 touchdowns to opposing tight ends, giving up an average of nearly 15 yards per catch. That's a big number, and it exposes a clear weakness in their defensive structure. The Commanders' linebackers, Bobby Wagner and Frankie Livu, are physical and aggressive, but that's both a strength and a flaw. Wagner isn't the coverage player he used to be, and Livu's natural instinct is to attack downhill. He thrives on blitzing and closing gaps, not sitting back in coverage. That leaves space in the seams and over the middle, exactly where Loveland operates best. And when you look at Washington's safeties, they don't exactly strike fear into offensive coordinators. This could be an ideal scenario for the Bears to unleash their rookie tight end. There's even an added layer of intrigue. Loveland could find himself lined up across from his former teammate Mike Sainristil, now playing nickel for the Commanders. Sainristil has been solid, but not unstoppable. He's been forced to move around the secondary because of Washington's struggles at outside corner. And that instability could open up big opportunities for Loveland, especially if the Bears use creative motion to get him one-on-one. Washington's defense isn't the juggernaut it once was. They've already surrendered several explosive plays this year, including a monster performance by Green Bay's Tucker Kraft earlier in the season. If there's one area that can still be exploited, it's the middle of the field. Loveland's combination of size and agility makes him uniquely dangerous in that space. He's quick enough to separate from linebackers, strong enough to box out smaller defenders, and athletic enough to turn short catches into long gains. So if you're Caleb Williams and the Bears' offensive staff, you have to be licking your chops right now. Everything lines up for Loveland to be the difference maker, the safety valve who can also stretch the field. And here's the thing, it's not just about the stats. It's about timing, rhythm, and confidence. If Loveland starts hot, say, a couple of early catches for first downs, it could open up the entire offense. Play action becomes more dangerous. The safeties creep in, leaving DJ Moore and Rome Oduns more room on the outside. Suddenly, the Bears' offense looks alive again. This is what great teams do, they turn potential into production at the right moment. And right now, the stage is set for Loveland to become not just a player, but a weapon. Quick break, Bears fans. If you're loving these in-depth breakdowns, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now. We're bringing you real Bears talk, no fluff, no gimmicks, just raw updates, deep analysis, and that Chicago energy every single week. So if you bleed navy and orange, hit that button, join the community, and let's build something special together. Now, back to the action. As much as this game might be Loveland's breakout opportunity, there's one looming concern that could hold the Bears back: penalties. Through the first 5 weeks, the Bears rank among the worst teams in the league when it comes to penalty counts. They've averaged about 8.5 penalties per game, costing them nearly 70 yards per contest. That's a hidden yardage battle they're losing week after week, and it's killing their momentum. Think back to the season opener against Minnesota: 12 penalties, 127 yards. 12. You can't beat anyone in the NFL doing that. Pre-snap errors, false starts, delay of game, small mistakes that turn promising drives into stalled ones. Since then, things have improved slightly, but the bad habits haven't disappeared. There are still too many mental lapses, the kind that don't show up on highlight reels but make all the difference between a win and a loss. And now, heading into Monday Night Football, the Bears face another hurdle, one they can't control. The NFL has assigned Alex Moore's officiating crew to this game. Why does that matter? Because Moore's crew leads the entire league in penalties called. Through just 5 weeks, they've already thrown 117 flags, with 95 being enforced. That's more than 13 per game, and 13 more than the second most flag-happy crew in the league. Let that sink in. This is a group that doesn't let much slide. That means discipline isn't just a priority, it's survival. The Bears have to play clean, controlled football. No late hits. No unnecessary holds. No mental errors that give away free yards. It's one thing to beat Washington's defense, it's another to beat yourself in the process. The fundamentals must be sharp. Linemen need to watch their hand placement. Receivers have to stay set before the snap. Even the smallest mistake could flip the field or kill a drive. As one former coach famously said, "Discipline is doing what you're supposed to do, even when no one's watching." For the Bears, this Monday night will be the true test of that discipline. Now, penalties are always going to happen. Football is a fast, violent game, and sometimes a hold or pass interference is the cost of saving a touchdown. But the unnecessary, avoidable ones? Those are the killers. The Bears can't afford to be their own worst enemy again. If they can minimize mistakes, they'll give themselves a real chance. Because the truth is, the Commanders don't have the offensive firepower to run away with games. If Chicago plays smart, efficient football, and if Colston Loveland becomes the spark this offense has been missing, the Bears could not only win this game, they could change the tone of their entire season. When a young team grows, there's always a moment, a game that feels like a turning point. You don't always recognize it in the moment, but you feel it. The energy shifts. The confidence builds. And everything that seemed uncertain begins to click. Could Monday night be that moment for the Bears? Could this be the night Colston Loveland truly arrives as the next great weapon in Chicago's offense? All signs point that way. He's healthy, motivated, and facing a defense that hasn't figured out how to stop tight ends. The opportunity is right there, and if Loveland seizes it, the league will notice. Because in Chicago, fans don't just want wins. They want hope. And a breakout performance under the bright lights could be exactly the spark this city needs to believe that the future is closer than it seems. So when the Bears take the field Monday night, keep your eyes on number 10. This could be the beginning of something special. The rise of Colston Loveland, the next great Bear.